And welcome back into Jefferson High School as we are back now with you as a great job there on the national anthem. They kept switching. Their iPod was stuck on shuffle, so they'd play the one they wanted to, and then it would switch over to Henrik's version of uh, of the national anthem, so they couldn't get it to work. So Mariah Ganson from Western Dubuque came out and sang the national anthem in a great rendition there by Mariah Ganson. As we are ready for action, Jamie Vasky, Roger Reed in with you tonight as we've got Class 3 regional dual semifinal round action for you as we've got the Western Dubuque Bobcats as the Bobcats are taking on Ankeny Centennial. We've got Mitch McAndrew up for the Bobcats. He's taking on Cole Tramp of Ankeny Centennial, and a headlock by Tramp catches McAndrew on his back, but now a headlock, a reversal for McAndrew, and he's got Tramp on his back looking for the fall to start this thing off for the Bobcats.
What a crazy start here, Jamie, from Ankeny Centennial. There's the fall by McAndrew in 39 seconds. That was quite a headlock by Nearing from Centennial. And I kid you not, McAndrew was down. He stepped his leg over.
Grant Nearing, I got you.
Grant Nearing, he stepped his leg over. McAndrew stepped his leg over the top of Nearing, locked up along his body, high bridge, and rolled Nearing through, and he finished up in a headlock finish, kicked his leg free. I'll tell you what, there wasn't any way that Mitch McAndrew was going to give that up. That's a great start for the Bobcats, Jamie. I'll tell you what, Coach Clear, I think, was sweating the bullet there for a minute because Nearing had that headlock in tough.
Yeah, he certainly did. As set the scene for you here, we're going to have Western Dubuque taking on Ankeny Centennial. The winner of that one will take on Cedar Rapids Jefferson, and the next duel with a chance to go to the state duels as we are up to weight class 160. As for the Bobcats, we've got Jacob Birds, and for Ankeny Centennial, you don't need to. Ankeny Centennial, we've got Ethan Babcock.
Yes, Centennial comes in here ranked about 18th in Class 3A.
24th.
24th. I said about. And Western Dubuque Bobcats are number 12. And that was a nice double leg by Birds, but off the edge of the mat, he was pulled by Babcock. So they're going to go back to the center of the mat and get a restart. Both two peas in a pod right here. Short, stocky, 160-pounder. There's a high crash by Birds in deep. He's going to try to cut across their double. He's got Babcock up in the air, drives him to the mat, and he's going to pick up a two-point takedown. Now chicken wing on the left side is Birds. He's got it in deep, looking for an underhook or an inside wrist on the right side, but he's got that chicken wing. Now he's going to go over the top. He stepped from the left to the right. He's going to go over the top. Now flips himself back over to the left side. He's got to hook that right arm. Now he's got to post him. He's going to take a big step and throw Babcock to his back. And Babcock's going to roll that left arm free. And Birds will load that wing up one more time. Let's see if he can set an inside wrist. He's got 43 seconds. Babcock stretching that right arm out and blocking off Birds. And now Babcock gets his hips back up. Birds steps back behind, drives that knee up the backside of Babcock and flattens him back out. Babcock's still in that, we're going to get potentially dangerous as Babcock tries to roll through the wing, and it takes that wing of Birds past 90 degrees. So our referee, Johnny, on the spot there will stop it and call potentially dangerous. An opportunity there for the senior from Western Dubuque to score some back points. 7 seniors in this Western Dubuque Bobcat lineup, so they've got a lot of experience here tonight. There's a nice chop, tight waist by Birds. He loads up the chicken wing once again on the left side, but he can't stop the post of Babcock. Babcock's got the right arm out, and he's doing a great job posting, Jamie. He's going to have to go to an inside wrist or an underhook to take that post away.
Well, he is, and, that's something he's going to, try to figure out here. And, early in this dual meet, you just kind of, usually you see guys go in there and they feel each other out here, but a great job by Birds to come in and get that first takedown and set the tone for this match.
And we're going to get a caution by Birds for starting before the whistle. Again, Western Dubuque not wrestling, Jamie. They've had about 10 days off. And
So they were supposed to be in a dual meet or a tournament last week. They didn't get something got messed up with the registration, and the Bobcats didn't get in. But I tell you what, I'm sure with knowing Coach Cleary and the rest of his staff that they worked very hard the last couple weeks.
Yeah, sometimes that works in your advantage, and sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes after that grueling January schedule, it's nice to have just a short break where you can refocus and then start thinking about these last 2 weeks here with the district and the state meet coming up. Bird's doing a nice job up on top. I'm surprised he hasn't cut Babcock loose, but he's content to ride on top. He's got that chicken wing loaded up one more time. Again on the left side, back to the left side, and immediately Babcock stretches that right arm out and blocks off Birds from running it. Now Bird's taking a big step around the head of Babcock. Babcock gets his hips up, and Birds has to go back behind one more time to break him down. It's a nice job by Babcock to post. Bird's doing a nice job with that wing, but he's got to load it up. Take a big step right here. Post that right arm. And we're going to get stalling from Babcock underneath. Now Babcock coming to a stand-up. Birds is going to drive him back down to the mat face first. Still with that chicken wing loaded up on the left side. 33 seconds left. Weight class 160. High leg over attempt by Babcock as Birds gets a little sloppy riding. Now hard cross-face by Babcock, trying to set up a cross-face cradle. This thing is knotted up at deuces. Nice stand-up by Birds. Lift and return by Babcock. 16 seconds left. So Birds needs to get going here.
He's got to score here. He's got to get a point here because, I know he went. Babcock went down to start the second, but you got 5 seconds. You like to get one before the end of this period here.
Birds up to his feet. He's got to split the hands and back trip by Babcock, and he's going to take Birds back down.
And this is the first year of this format for Class 3A. They used to, in the past couple years, what they would do, many years ago, they'd take the top team from each. They would take the top team from each district, or top 2 teams from each district, and they would all wrestle each other in a dual meet, and with 8 teams going to the state duels. Then the last couple years, they took the top 16 ranked teams, according to the Iowa Wrestling Coaches and Officials Association. Well, this year they would take top 16. This year they added 8 more teams and took the top 24 ranked teams with the adding that semifinal here with one team receiving a bye.
And I like this format.
I do too.
I really do. And again, it gives that other team, those 2 other teams, an opportunity to get in here and wrestle.
And I think it definitely benefits the Bobcats because, we've seen the last couple years with that 10 days off, as you mentioned, from the time of the WAMAC tournament. From the WAMAC tournament, as Birds in on a front headlock, just cast around the backside for a 2-point takedown. Where the Bobcats, with that 10 days off, they would go in and as a lower seed, they would take on a top-ranked team. Last year we saw them at Pleasant Valley. Year before was Waverly. Then they've been at Bettendorf. So they're wrestling these just top-ranked teams in the state. Well, now they get a match under their belts before they take on one of those top-ranked teams, which tonight it's number 7 ranked, I believe number 7 ranked, 7th ranked Cedar Rapids Jefferson.
Yep, Jamie, I think you're right.
Yes, 7th.
So speaking of Waverly Shellrock's got to drive all the way to Southeast Polk tonight. So unbelievable road trip.
Better them than us.
That is exactly right. We didn't know. We saw these initial pairings coming out. We thought we might have to make a road trip tonight, but a nice little trip down here, 45 minutes to Jefferson. A stand up by Babcock. Here comes that front headlock. Cross knee pick by Birds. I thought he had the near side cradle locked up, but Babcock stretches out, breaks the grip, but he picked up a 2-point takedown, 28 seconds left, and it's a 7-3 lead for Jacob Birds.
Tried that high leg over again, just about got it.
Yeah, he's very efficient with that, yeah.
Right here, you've got 15 seconds left. Just, cut him loose now if you have to. It's going to make it 7-4. You're still up 3 with 8 seconds left to go. So this will be a big win here for Jacob Birds.
Now you just got to watch the throw here, Jamie. If you're Jake Birds, you got to control some hands, not tie up. And he went right out and tied up with, and that's a nice snap and spin by Birds. Not going to pick up any 2 points, but that was a very, very nice action. Came with a hard collar tie, snapped Babcock down. Babcock was giving straight pressure. Babcock trying to throw a headlock. and a 2-point takedown at the end of the match for a 9-4 decision for Birds. So the Bobcats, Jamie, are starting off 2 for 2. 2 for 2, and that's a good start.
Yeah, it certainly is. As they, nice job there by the Bobcats starting it off. And
Dalton Tip, who's a junior. This is a 170-pound match.
Well, Jamie, we have from Western Dubuque, Max Lyon taking on Dalton Timp. He's a junior for the Jaguars. If that name sounds familiar to some of our listeners, you are right out there. This is the grandson of Cletus and Roseanne Timp, longtime Strawberry Point residents. I gotta say that, Jamie, because we got some listeners out there. I know we do tonight, and longtime friends of ours. And when we first moved to Strawberry, they took us in, and they're like a second mom and dad to us. And this is a good story. But Dalton Timp has his hands full here with Max Lyon. His line is out early, Jamie, with 2 quick takedowns and making it look easy.
I really did enjoy the Timp family tree when we got here a little bit earlier. I do remember his uncle Ron, who used to coach at Anamosa for a couple years, so I did know someone in the family. But nice job by Max Lyon as he's going to cut Timp loose again. It's 6-3 lead now for Max Lyon, and just really going to work putting on a clinic here in this first period.
He certainly is, and Timp's trying to tie him up with some overhooks and underhooks, and I'll tell you what, you can. It's pretty tough to slow Max Lyon down. There's a long single shot by Timp, and there's a hard double by Lyon. He's going to cut across. Timp's going to try to throw a cross body right in on Lyon. Lyon pops his hips up. Timp falls off the front side. 2-point takedown for Lyon. Now he's picking up some back points. Half Nelson. Reverse half Nelson now by Lyon. Timp is going to high bridge and roll through. There's a 5-point move for Lyon, a 2 takedown and a 3 near fall. It's quickly 11-4 with 25 seconds left. A hard double again by Lyon. He's in deep. He sits Timp to his backside, picks up 2. It's 13-4. Now Lyon, you'll expect him to probably hold him down for the final 13 minutes or 13 seconds of this. But there's a power half Nelson by Lyon. He's got the cross body right in on the right side of Timp, trying to turn him over. And getting some back points right there, Jamie. So I'll have to eat my words there. You think you might ride him out there for a little bit, but he's always looking to score points. And again, that's what you got to do.
And 15-4 lead at the end of the first period is very impressive. Talk about a little bit here, our officials here tonight, as we've got Bob Murphy and Kurt Frost, our officials here tonight, two state meet officials. Very good officials on the mat for us this evening.
2 of the best, Jamie. I'm sure they both worked last night somewhere, and we've got them here. There's a quick stand-up. That's a 1.7-second stand-up by Lyon. He picks up 1. Now he comes around the head. Timp's going to try to launch Lyon in a headlock. Lyon's going to roll through. No point. So the forward pressure there by Lyon. Timp hit him with a headlock, but out of bounds, and then the roll through. So that's the second big headlock we've seen from the Jaguars, Jamie. So hopefully the Bobcats over here are taking some notes, and they got to keep their head in real good position.
Well, I think right now, it's it's a matter of, just desperation there.
There's a cow catcher by Lyon, and he snaps Timp down to the mat, circles the head, scoops the arm, and that's going to be a fall in 2:24 after he built up that huge lead. Number 2 ranked Max Lyons, the outstanding sophomore from Western Dubuque, making it look easy right there. And out early, 15-0 lead for the Western Dubuque Bobcats. So you couldn't script it any better so far, Jamie.
No, you really, really can't, And that's, we saw that last night in our Class 1A regional duel where we saw Maquoketa Valley getting deficits, and they were able to come back from them. But here the Bobcats really taking control and starting off with a big lead here.
Well, at 182, we're probably going to see Alex Wernimont from Western Dubuque.
That's John Ware.
That's John Ware from Ankeny Centennial. And Ware is out early with a 2-point takedown. Let's check the skinny out on Ware and see if he is ranked in Class 3A. He is very well put together, and that was a very quick turn. John Ware, Jamie, is ranked number 5, just behind Donovan Doyle from Iowa City West. So tough here opponent here for Alex Wernimont. 2-1 is your score. That's a barrel-chested 182-pounder, I can tell you that, for Ankeny Centennial. John Ware, he's a senior. 1, 2, 3. Only 3 seniors on the Jaguar squad here, making a long road trip up from Ankeny, Iowa. Right on Interstate 80, probably made the trip up. And again, some 3A teams had to make some long road trips tonight. We talked about Waverly Shell Rock going all the way down to Southeast Polk. Quite a drive on a school night there, Jamie, but that's where the state assigns them, and you've got to go. So got to make the arrangements to make the transportation. Long single shot by Ware in deep. Wernimont with a hard underhook, trying to get Ware out of the single. It's going to be a 2-point takedown for Ware. Ware's going to climb the body of Wernimont, and Wernimont's going to find the edge of the mat, and off the edge they go. So it's a 4-1 lead now. Wernimont holding his own so far. Number 5 ranked Ware. Not sure if Ware's just taking it easy or Wernimont's giving him a great effort. I think it's Wernimont giving him a great effort right now. Optional start by Ware. He's going to cut Wernimont loose. It's now 4-2. Alex Wernimont, another one of those seniors. 7 seniors for the Bobcats, and Coach Cleary, having another outstanding season. 35 seconds left to go. First period. If you're just joining us, this is Class 3A Regionals. Class 3A Regionals at Cedar Rapids Jefferson High School. So outstanding night of wrestling here. There's Wernimont with a front headlock. He tried to hit a go-behind on Ware, and Ware had to face off Wernimont. Now they're back to their feet. Great idea by the senior from Western Dubuque as he snapped Ware to the mat, but he couldn't quite cut the corner. Ware faced him off, blocked him off. Now short arm drag by Ware. Ware with the front headlock. Now Ware drops in on a single. A whizzer by Wernimont, and no points there, boy.
He got lucky. He jumped over that whizzer, did Wernimont, and that's kind of the cardinal rule. You don't jump over a whizzer, and he did. And luckily for Wernimont, the period ran out, but he was going to his back there.
Yeah, you could just see that coming. Yeah, we'll see if he can go back to work here. Cradle attempt by Ware. Nice hand control by Wernimont. It's going to be 4-3. So the unranked Wernimont from Western Dubuque is giving number 5 John Ware everything that he wants so far. 1:45 left to go, second period. Ware is just slow and methodical out there. Just a lot of straight-in shots. He looks very powerful, Jamie, just looking at him.
Yeah, he really does. It looks like if he decided he wanted to drop in and explode on a double, it would be there for him. Just it looks like there's a lot of power behind him, and nice job here though by Wernimont. Showing no fear against the number 5th ranked wrestler in the state here, and just really hanging with him.
Ware dropped in on tried to just drop. He dropped right down to his knees and then tried to reach for one of Wernimont's legs. And Wernimont slapped that front headlock on him and tried to hit the go behind one more time, but they ran out of real estate to the left side of the mat here. And with 1:10 going in the second period, 1:10 left in the second period, it's still 4-3 in favor of John Ware from Ankeny. Ankeny Centennial with only 3 seniors in their lineup, so they will be a team that will have a lot coming back. There's a hard double by Ware, nicely countered by Wernimont as he double underhooks and pulls Ware out of the double. Back to neutral we go. Hard collar tie by Wernimont, working ahead now. Nice snap by Wernimont, trying to get Ware's head all the way down. Jamie, we've had Birds and Babcock. Now we've got Ware and Wernimont. So hopefully they'll ease up on us here pretty soon with the B's and the W's. 28 seconds left to go. Again, a high crotch attempt there by Ware. Ware picking up the pace now a little bit on Wernimont. Wernimont going defensive. Now a 2-on-1 by Ware, and Wernimont goes right back to a collar tie, tries to block off Ware. 15 seconds left to go. Sweep single ankle pick. Elbow pass by Ware. He misses the right ankle of Wernimont. Now back to neutral. 7 seconds. It's going to be Ware's choice into the third period. There's a go-behind attempt by Wernimont. He's got a single picked up. He's going to run out of time, though, as he's got the right leg of Ware picked up, and he ran out of time. That gets the Bobcat fans underneath. We're perched up above the Jefferson Gymnasium here. Great vantage point to see all the action. And great defense by Wernimont. Almost had the defensive takedown, defensive move to an offensive move. And, boy, just ran out of time. 4-3. Wernimont up on top now, riding as it was Ware's choice, and he chose down. We're clinging to a 4-3 lead, but not showing anything, just all fours basing out. There's a head lever now by Wernimont. He's got the left wrist of Ware, tight waist with the right, left wrist with the left hand. He's got a head lever trying to get that left arm out. Ware on all fours, just playing the box, Jamie. I'm surprised we haven't had a stalling call yet on Ware.
I mean, he's up to his base, but that's all he's gotten. He's based out is all. But now he's going to come up to his feet, pick up a one-point escape. So, I'd like to see Wernimont go back to that shot that he just about had at the end of the second period. Just come back and go back to work on that shot and try to pick up a takedown to tie this thing up.
Yeah, for being number 5 in the state, Jamie, Ware is very unimpressive. Not sure if he's got another gear. If he does, we haven't seen it yet. So now Ware going to work with some double underhooks. There's a high crotch by Ware. He's in deep, goes behind.
Yeah.
Now he's going to have a 2-point takedown on Wernimont. So that's one of the shots. He's very smooth, but he's just kind of like he's in very slow and very deliberate out there. And he's going to cut. Let's see if he cuts Wernimont loose or if he's going to try to ride him a little bit. It's 7-3. John Ware, the senior from Ankeny Centennial, up on top of Wernimont. Wernimont in the stand-up, tries to stand up. There's a leg in by Ware. Wernimont kicks a free, a 1-point escape. It's 7-4, 42 seconds left. Yeah, if you're Alex Wernimont, there's still time. 37 seconds. You got to get going here. You got to create some motion. Ware doing a nice job tying the wrists and hands of Wernimont up. Wernimont still trying to work the head of John Ware. And trying to make that pay off. Ware controlling the wrist now of Wernimont. Wernimont with the front headlock now. We'll see if he can turn this into some points. There's a short arm drag by Ware, and he hits the go behind, but off the edge of the mat. So back to action we go here with 16 seconds left. So it appears, unless Wernimont can hit something big here with 10 seconds, there's a nice deep shot by Wernimont. He's got that single. Got that great shot. He's got the left leg of Ware picked up, and he's going to run out of time.
It's a great match, though.
That was a solid match by Alex Wernimont. Takes number 5, John Ware, to the limit, losing a 7-4 decision. So great effort there, Jamie.
Yeah, it really was. And, that's a place where Ankeny Centennial was really looking to pick up some bonus points there. But I tell you what, Alex Wernimont wrestled outstanding in that match right there.
He certainly did. I can't figure out if Ankeny Centennial, with the attitude they've got here, Jamie, I can't really tell if they really want to be here or not. Just their demeanor. You look at them sitting on the bench, and you don't see anybody with a lot of excitement. Yeah. They're just kind of, I don't know, maybe they're in a daze from the long bus trip over here, but there's very little excitement from the Jaguar bench over there.
Of course, talk about this quick. The Western Dubuque Bobcats, coached by head coach Paul Cleary. His assistants are Jordan Loy, Matt Manning, and Jamie Ball. Head coach for Ankeny Centennial is Jay Groth. His assistants are Mike Fontana, Gene Hildreth, Jordan Johnson, Max Davis, and former Ankeny Hawk Colby Gotch.
So great coaching staffs by both teams. And now we've got Ryan Keneally up for the Bobcats, and he'll be taking on the sophomore from Ankeny Centennial, Ethan Chips. Again, we tried to find some records of some of these guys here, and I'm not sure if we didn't know where to look, Jamie, but it'd be nice if we knew a little bit more information. We're going to try to work on that. But we'll get that.
I'm on it.
I know you are. You always do Mr. Technology. You're quick with the fingers over there. There's a nice snap to a front headlock by Keneally, and he's got Chips in trouble as he snapped the sophomore right to the mat. Chips took a mouthful of Resolite there as it was a hard snap by Keneally. And Keneally cut the corner on Chips. Now a hard claw ride by Keneally as he's got Chips belly down to the left center of the mat. An inside wrist by Keneally. And he's going to try to roll to the left side. He's going to try to roll that left arm out. And Chips belly down trying to work some hand control. Keneally trying to get underneath and control the wrists of the sophomore from Centennial. The Jaguars from Ankeny Centennial High School on the north side of Ankeny. And off the edge of the mat, I don't think Keneally's going to score any points here. He will not, and that will be the end of the first period, 2-0 for Keneally. Chips will defer over to Keneally, and Keneally will go right down automatically. He knew that. He went right to set. And now Chips working a spiral ride on Keneally. Keneally trying to get some hand control. Outside stand-up attempt by Keneally, and a hard, tight waist by Chips drives Keneally right back down to the mat. Keneally now with an outside stand-up, posts that right arm. He's going to split the hands of Chips, turn and face him. And now we're back to neutral, a 3-0 lead. Again, Western Dubuque starting out winning 3 consecutive matches. And there's that snap and spin by Keneally, controls the head of Chips. And again, the Bobcats have done a great job being heavy on the head here tonight. The Ankeny Centennial Jaguars have had all their weight on their toes and everything coming forward, and that's made that snap down very easy for them, and they've used that to their advantage. 1:09 left to go, second period. Keneally up now 5-0. He's working on Morris. He's got an inside wrist on the left. He rolls that inside wrist out. Now he circles the head of Chips with the left arm. He's going to try to scoop the right arm and toss Chips to his back. Chips is really trying to brace with his right leg. Keneally's going to take him, lift him, scoot him, throw Chips to his back. He's going to pick up some back points. Chips is going to try to roll him through. Keneally's going to readjust himself. That's going to be the fall. 3 minutes and 22 seconds. The senior from Western Dubuque will put 6 more big points on the scoreboard for the Bobcats, and it's now 21-3. So the Bobcats are making it look easy here so far, Jamie. And, looking over at the Jaguars, you just can't tell how they're yawning and they're tired, and that's just kind of how they're wrestling. Well, we got number 7. Dylan Hafler for Western Dubuque. He's ranked number 7. He's taking on Christian Heimer. Tell you what, Hafler really fills out that singlet there, Jamie. And he has a size advantage on Heimer from Ankeny. We'll see if he can use that to his advantage here and wear out the Jaguar. There's a long single by Hafler, and an underhook by Heimer, and Hafler has to back out of it. You don't necessarily see a 220-pounder shoot that John Smith single right at the laces, but Hafler was in, and he just didn't quite penetrate far enough. So back to their feet they go. 21-3. There's a throw by attempt by Heimer, and Hafler says, not this time. Squares him up. Forehead, back to forehead they go. There's Hafler with the throw by. Let's see if he can take Heimer to the mat. And he picks up 2. So Hafler got the payback there with the throw by as Heimer tied him up. So nice takedown by number 7 ranked Hafler. He gets the early lead here, 2-0 with 46 seconds left to go. So nice job by the senior. Again, one of 7 seniors for the Bobcats, showing some of that leadership. They have been here before in this regional dual action, trying to punch their ticket to the well. Heimer's 22-10. So not a slouch at all. He's got more wins than double the amount of wins than losses. So formidable opponent for number 7, Dylan Hafler. There's a 1-point escape by Heimer as he pops his hips, gets up to his stand-up, and clears his hands. And Hafler gives him a shove free for that 1-point escape. 8 seconds. You hate to see that short time. Jamie, how many times have we talked about that during the course of the season? Where a short time you give up a point, and, sometimes that comes back to haunt you.
Yeah, it does. And, you can't give up those points. You've done a great job. You got the takedown. You're riding him out, and you give up a late escape there. You try to avoid that here, especially in dual meets like this.
Well, there's an outside stand-up by Hafler. Heimer over the top. Jamie, we've got Heimer and Hafler. We've had Ware and Werdemont. We've had Babcock and Birds. Tell you what, this is just a lot of fun. Great wrestling here. Nice stand-up by Hafler as he got to his feet. Heimer tried to slap him with the cradle, tried to slap that cradle on there. Nice hand control by Hafler. And, he had to have hand control, or Heimer would have locked the cradle up and then thrown Hafler to his back. There's a throw-by attempt by Hafler. Again, these Ankeny Centennial, very slow and deliberate wrestlers. I can't stress that enough, as they're just coming right in looking for a tie. There's a double underhook by Heimer. He's got Hafler out of position right now. Hafler has to squeeze and come to a double overhook and block Heimer off with his head. Now back to better position is Hafler. Heimer's trying to lock up a throw. Heimer takes a peek at the clock as he circles back into the mat. Seeing 50 seconds left to go in the second period, a takedown by Heimer would tie this up. Hafler trying to increase that lead. You know Coach Clear is looking for bonus points here in this match, Jamie, but Heimer's got to get going here. He's working that head, but he's got to get back to that offensive shot. Off the edge of the mat they go one more time, and circling back in they go. 28 seconds left to go in the second period. Once again, our dual meet score is 21-3, Bobcat fans. Getting the job done so far after 5 matches. The Bobcats are 4-1, and that's an outstanding start. 11 seconds left to go. Hafler just content to hang on with that collar tie. Heimer trying to get in and work some upper body, pummel position, over-unders, trying to set up a throw or maybe a foot sweep of some sort. Heimer's choice, he's going to get set and go down as he deferred over to Hafler to start the second. Again, Hafler starts on the left, pops over to the right, hard chop with the left. Hard tight waist with the left, now a half Nelson. There's a wing down by Heimer, and he's going to sit out and face Hafler, score a 1-point escape. It's now 3-2. So Heimer trying to pull the upset here over number 7 ranked Hafler. I'm telling you what, Hafler's got to get he's got to get some life going in that singlet and get going here. Minute and a half left to go. It's a precarious 3-2 lead. There's that throw by attempt, a hard collar tie by Heimer, and he tries to come with a throw by as he tries to take that arm around the face of Heimer and go behind him. Again, Hafler squared up. 1:11 left to go. Bobcat fans getting a little antsy here. There's Hafler now with a over the head and under the arm. Hafler's in great position right here. Heimer's in great position as he tried to come around the head and under the arm and throw Hafler. Hafler had to dive in on a double to block off the step of Heimer. 58 seconds left to go, under a minute. 3-2 is our match score here. Heimer, I don't think, wants to shoot. He wants to try to lock up a throw of some sort. Hafler's had good success with a shot. There's a throw by Heimer one more time, and Hafler has to square him up. 39 seconds left to go. Might get a stalling call against Hafler as he's doing a lot of blocking off right here. Now back in is Hafler. Hard collar tie by Heimer. 27 seconds, and the referee's going to circle him back in. Heimer's got to try to take Hafler down, and Hafler knows that. Hafler now tying up the wrists. Throw by attempt, now in. Headlock attempt by Heimer, and Hafler had to play the turtle. Might get a stalling call. There's Heimer trying to throw Hafler, and off the edge they go. So, Jamie, you're number 7 ranked in here. You're taking on somebody that's 22-10. You know, I think you're looking for a little bit more of the domination. There's a throw attempt by Heimer, and Hafler slips his head, and he picks up a last-second takedown. That's a 5-2 win by Hafler. Wasn't pretty, but a win's a win.
Yeah, it certainly is. So nice job there by Hafler, picking up the win and continue to add to this lead, making it 24-3.
Versus Ankeny Centennial senior Colin Olson.
Colin Olson is a big boy down here, Jamie. He's 34-8. Thank you very much. And he's ranked number 8 in the state, Class 3A. He's out quickly, dives in on a double, long shot. Tell you what, nice down block Nice down block by Aaron Costello for the Bobcats. Tell you what, he got those legs back. He made Olson carry his weight. So Olson tried to come right out and double leg. I'm telling you what, you got to have some long arms to get around those tree trunk thighs of Aaron Costello. Olson could not do it. And I'm not sure what Costello weighs, but he fills that singlet out probably between 250 and 260. There's Olson trying to hit Costello with a sweep single. Short levers by Costello makes it very difficult for Olson to penetrate. Olson very tall, lanky, heavyweight. Again, 34-8, ranked number 8 for the Jaguars. 1:15 left to go here in the second period, and a referee talking to Costello about staying in the center of the ring. 2-on-1 tie now by Olson. He's got the right arm. Got the right arm of Costello tied up, and Costello's going to come to a hard collar tie and snap the head of Olson and free that arm, and they've got to go back to the center. There's an elbow pass by Olson. He drops it on a single, and once again, it can't pick that leg of Costello up. There's another double by Olson in deep. Costello locked around in a front headlock. Let's see if he can make it work, and Olson has to back out. We might get a stalling call against Costello here. That was the 5th shot by Olson. No points yet. It's 0-0 in this match score. Elbow pass attempt by Olson. Olson's got a lot of offense in that big body. We're seeing some very good shots here. We're going to get stalling against Costello. And there's a 1 point. I said I missed the first warning, and that's going to be a block of the head by Costello. So that's going to be 1 point. 1 point for Olson. He takes the early lead with 25 seconds left. So Costello's going to have to up the ante here a little bit, try to work an underhook, try to get inside position on tall, lean Colin Olson. 11 seconds left to go. We might go the second period, and Olson takes a 1-0 lead. It's going to be Costello's choice, and I'll be anxious to see where he decides to go. He may defer over to Olson, or he's going to go down. Costello's going to go down and take a peek. He didn't even check with his coaches. He just said, I'm going down. So we'll see what happens here. Again, the long arms of Olson. Olson starts on the right, goes over to the left with the spiral ride. There's a 1 point escape. It's tied up 1-1. Costello showing a little fleet of feet there, right there, as he came right to his feet and did a short little dance and split the hands of Olson. Again, Olson could not latch around the waist of Costello and keep that tight for very long. Weight class 285 here, 3A regional duel. Started out with some high-paced action, and his last couple of matches have slowed down just a little bit. So we'll go to the little bitty guys here in a bit. That's 106, and I'm probably guessing the action is going to increase. Colin Kirkrick coming up for Western Dubuque, and Steve Stike for the Jaguars. Long single shot by Olson, and that was easy for Costello to counter that time as he got his feet back. Again, our match score here is 1-up, and our dual meet score is 24-3. Again, Olson not showing a lot of offense. There's a throw by attempt by Olson. He's had some shots here, but neither one of those, none of his shots have hit the mark there. He hasn't capitalized on those. He's been in a couple of times, but not making them count. 40 seconds left. Hard collar tie this time by Olson. And I think our referees are getting a little bit impatient here, Jamie. A lot of dancing going around.
Yeah, there hasn't been a lot going on here in this tournament, and I think the officials noticing we've had a stalling call already, so they're picking up on it here.
Well, with 17 seconds left to go, we're going to go to the third period, and it's going to be Olson's choice. And I would anticipate Olson choosing down to start the third period. Telling you what, Costello might have a head lever or a chicken wing of some sort. Olson's going to go down. And I would imagine a quick stand-up by Olson. We're going to go back to our feet. 1-1 is your score. A stalling call on Costello. There's a quick stand-up by Olson, and there he is up to his feet in 2.5 seconds. And he takes a 2-1 lead. There's a deep shot by Olson. He's in deep. Can't get a hold of the legs. Again, the short levers by Costello makes it very difficult. To get in very deep for a very, very tall Colin Olson. 1:42 left to go in this match. Weight class 285. Again, the winner of this duel right here will take on Cedar Rapids Jefferson, who got a bye. I think, Jamie, did they work that? The 8 top-ranked teams got byes.
Yes.
They drew byes.
Yep.
So there's 8 regionals, 3 regionals going on across the state tonight. And the top 8 teams drew byes, and then there's some teams like we have here that are going at it. And 109 left to go. A couple of nice snaps by Costello. He got Olson out of position, but he couldn't quite cut the corner. Hard collar tie by Olson, and Olson's content just to square off with Costello. You know, Bobcat fans are getting a little bit restless. They'd like to see their man set up an underhook or set up something to try to take Olson down. A takedown right now would put Costello up 3-2, 43 seconds. There's a double underhook by Costello, and Olson has to back out. Olson now blocking off with his head. There's a snap by Costello. Costello on the stalk right now, trying to work an underhook on Olson. Olson blocking off with his head, forehead to forehead. Snap by Costello. 21 seconds left to go. Double underhook now, single underhook now by Costello. Olson stamps him down. Hard collar tie by Costello, forehead to forehead. Now we're going to get stalling against Olson. There's a sweep attempt by Costello, inside trip attempt by Costello, and Olson has to back off the mat. 6 seconds left to go. Costello needed to pick up the pressure a little bit earlier, Jamie. He's got the Olson reeling. Olson's backing up, could be stalling. That's going to do it. 2-1, what a match. Again, Costello giving Colin Olson, your number 8 ranked heavyweight, everything that he had, and Costello gets a high five from Coach Cleary over there. That's a great match there, Jamie.
Yeah, it really was, you know, and that's the second time we've seen the Bobcats go up against a ranked wrestler and really show no fear out there against those guys.
And again, that's the quality of the Western Dubuque Bobcats. There's a nice high crotch by Kirprick. He's in on a nice shot. Has to cut across to a double headlock attempt by Stike. Again, as Jaguars like the head. Boy, they've seen some shot there. Kirprick comes in at 37-8. Stike is 21-19. Kirprick was ranked earlier. He's had a fantastic season. Lost that tough luck match, that hard-fought match in the Walmack finals. But he's back with abandon here and back on the go here. 2-1 as he lets Stike up. We're going back to our feet with 1:20 left to go. Nice inside single by Kirprick. He's got the right leg of Stike picked up. Now he's going to try to back trip Stike. You got to be very careful here. You want to get that heel. That cuts across to a double. There's a neck wrench attempt by Stike, and Kirprick been in that position before. He just latched onto the waist of Stike, rolled him through. 2-point takedown. Now a hard crossface from left to right. Going to try to butcher Stike up, and Stike's going to post that right leg. And Kirprick said, "That's fine. I'll just reach in and scoop that right arm above the elbow and throw you on your back." Stike doing a nice job basing, hand control. Now a crossface cradle attempt by Kirprick. Can't get it locked up as Stike stretches that right leg out. So Kirprick will have to go back to work with that inside wrist. Inside wrist on the right is Colin Kirprick. And Ankeny Centennial, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They've got 7 juniors in their lineup, so they will look to make a little bit of noise next year in 3A. Stand up by Stike, up to his feet, tries a hard whizzer on Kirprick, and Kirprick's going to walk him off the edge. Then our dual meet score here is 24-6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've wrestled 7 matches. The Bobcats have won 4, and the Centennial Jaguars have won 2. Switch attempt on the whistle by Stike, and Kerprick handles that nicely, counters that with a tight waist to the free arm and drives Stike back to his base. And we're going to go the second period, and it's going to be Kerprick's choice, and he's going right to the bottom. Quick stand up by Kerprick, standing switch by Kerprick. Stike sits and faces him. It's going to be a 1-point escape. Stike would rather give up 1 than 2, and we're going back to neutral. Stike in a square stance, as most of these Jaguars have been. 1:34 left to go. There's a high crotch attempt by Stike. Nice down block by Kerprick, trying to stuff the head. Probably going to get a stalemate right here. Maybe not. They may let him wrestle here. They may let Kerprick wrestle here as he's trying to stuff the head of Stike and reach around to grab the right ankle. Got a hard crossface now. Stike in. Now Stike switches off to a single, head to the inside. He's got the right leg of Kerprick picked up, and Kerprick is going to try to stamp him down and spin, but they're going off the edge of the mat, and a restart once again. We're going to get a caution against Kerprick. Shot that low single right on the whistle, deep on it, but no points are going to be scored. A short arm drag by Kerprick. Almost had the right leg of Stike picked up. Should have went opposite leg. He had an arm drag to the right of Stike. And he tried to go to the right leg, and Stike just posted that back. There's a nice tap and go. High crotch by Kerprick. Kerprick and switches off to a double, cuts the corner, sets Stike to his right side, and covers him up. Now back to work. 7-1 is our score. So Jamie Kerprick off to a nice start here, 7-1.
Yeah, he certainly is. 3 takedowns. Now he's going to let him back up to his feet and go back to work. Like the pace he's setting here.
A nice ankle pick by Stike, and he's going to pick up 2 on Kerprick. He kind of got Kerprick flat-footed there, went to a collar tie, picked up a takedown, 7-4. Now a chicken wing by Stike. Switch attempt by Kerprick. He's trying to switch through that ankle. Stike reached down and grabbed that ankle. Kerprick still staying with the switch. And Kerprick's got to be careful. He's got to bail out of this as Stike is between the legs. And we're going to go to the third period. Kerprick in a little bit of a predicament there as that period ended. Stike's choice is going to go down at 7-4. So there's our whistle. And Kerprick will ride the right side. And he'll take a hard, tight waist with the left, a chop with the right, now an inside wrist with the right. He's got the right arm of Stike tied up underneath, trying to work a ball and chain, trying to get that right arm threaded between the legs of Stike. And Stike's doing a nice job posting that right hand. Kerprick now is going to keep that inside wrist and keep it tucked under Stike. Stike pops back out to the right side, tries to roll the right arm out. Stike's going to try to come to a short sit. Kerprick has to cover himself back up, has to go back behind the hips of Stike. Stike's doing a great job keeping his hips out. Now a high thigh ride by Kerprick. He's got a leg in on the left side of Stike. Got a figure 4, a high thigh ride. Got a figure 4. Now cradle attempt by Kerprick. Hand control by Stike. He frees his leg. Switch attempt by Stike. Now sit out turning by Stike. Kerprick has to cover his hips one more time. Tripod stand up now by Stike. Claw ride by Kerprick. And we're at it. Jamie, you are an amazing individual.
I got them all for you, buddy.
You are an amazing individual. Kerprick 37-8. Stike 21-19. And 32 seconds left. Not a dominating. We're going to get a stalemate. Not a dominating win here by Kerprick. But again, Ankeny from the Metro. There's some quality teams around that Metro, Jamie, with Dowling Catholic and Valley, and of course Southeast Polk, Johnston, Indianola. There's some tough 3A competition that Ankeny Centennial wrestles week in and week out, as does Western Dubuque. Nothing tougher than the Walmart Conference. So both of these teams evenly matched here tonight. 7 seconds left to go. And a leg, Kerprick with a leg in, gets a little bit high. Stike's trying to pull the Dyke trying to hit Kirkbrooke with a tripod roll, and Kirkbrooke traps the wrist. The time's going to expire. It's going to be 7-4 win by Kirkbrooke.
And a nice job there by Colin. He held on, and that's what he needed to do, and got the job done. And now the Bobcats lead 27-6. Their sixth win of this dual meet.
So they're getting the job done. But we saw last night, Jamie, how quick a pin changes momentum.
Junior Trey Rouse.
Trey Rouse are playing a little cat and mouse here. Not sure who Ankeny Centennial is going to send out to the mat. And it's not going to be, we'll see who it is. It's going to be Braden Burt for the Bobcats. He is 40-8.
Womack champ.
Womack champ for the Bobcats. And he will be taking on Trey Rouse, 15-7, a junior. Now they've got his record posted up there, Jamie.
Is that what I've got?
I think you've got the updated record.
Yeah.
You've got 25-16.
Don't look at that record. That one is irrelevant.
But we're kind of waiting for our head scorekeeper up there to.
On the mat is actually sophomore Jacob Close for Western Dubuque, and for Ankeny Centennial is freshman Alan Ayres.
Okay, so we were wrong both ways. Jacob Close for the Bobcats. And we'll have to see on track wrestling.
Alan Ayres. He's on your program there.
Alan Ayres, he's a regular 120-pounder listed. And that Close is going to come out early. This is weight class 113. Jacob Close listed at 120 also, Jamie, but I think probably weighing in at 113. He's not very big. So I think Coach Cleary playing the odds here. As we talked about how important that draw is, Ankeny had to put their man on the mat first, and they brought out Alan Ayres. So Western Dubuque brought out Jacob Close. Jacob Close is sophomore, as is Braden Burt, Jackson Healy, Max Lyon, Aaron Costello. So the cupboard for the Bobcats will not be bare either. There's a three-quarter Nelson by Close. Haven't seen that for a long time. Tries to lock it up. It tries to pull the head of Ayres underneath, and Ayres goes belly down, and it blocks off that three-quarter Nelson. Now a hard chicken wing by Close on the right side of Ayres. Got it in. He's got that chicken wing buried, and Ayres posting his left arm. So Ankeny Centennial doing a nice job with their posts on that wing series. Western Dubuque needs to reach over and catch that. Around the head goes Close. Around the head and under the arm, he's going to try to scoop Ayres up and throw him to his back. Short sit now by Ayres as he turns and faces Close. Close is going to roll him through in a front headlock. And now back behind Close has to go. A lot of action right there. Almost had Ayres to his back. Ayres had to roll through, maintain the momentum, and tried to roll through and did successfully. Hard crossface now by Close from right to left, right across the bridge of the nose of Alan Ayres. Now a hard tight waist by Close, 5 seconds left to go. First period, a nice period by the sophomore from Western Dubuque. Two of the finest wrestling fans in the house here tonight. KJ Pilcher, the fine writer, and covers wrestling for the Cedar Rapids Gazette, and Wyatt Schultz from the Predicament in the house here tonight, following some great 3A action. Switch attempt by Close. He's got to cut the corner on Ayres. Ayres doing a nice job with the re-switch. Close finally posts his inside hip and gets a little bit more pressure on the arm of Ayres. Finally gets the corner cut, covers the hips up, and picks up 2. Now it's 4-0, 1:39 left to go, second period. So Jacob Close looking pretty tough right here. Scoops that right chicken wing again. Nice job getting those wings in. Let's see if he can score some points. He's going to try to double it up. Close now with his forehead right in the middle of the back of Ayres. He's got a double chicken wing locked up. Let's see if he can turn this into some back points. He's got it locked tight. There goes a hard step. He's going to circle the head of Ayres. He runs that chicken wing right through the ear at a nice 45-degree angle. There's the Kodak moment right there. for Jacob Close. He's got that double chicken wing in, and I'm telling you what, that is tight. He's going to stack Ayers up. There's the foul right there. 3 minutes and 1 second. Actually, 3.001. Jamie, 59.9 on the clock there. So
another
fine match.
another win and another fall for the Bobcats.
Fine match
This will
right
be
there.
Brady Burt.
The 120-pound weight class, representing Western Dubuque, we sophomore Brandon Burt versus Ankeny Centennial's junior Trey Rouse.
All right, here we go.
120-pound weight class.
120 pounds. The Bobcats are under control here, Jamie, 33-6.
You want to write them on your sheet there quick?
I do, because I know you're being stingy with your sheet, which is fine. 140 left to go here. Headlock again by Rouse. He throws Burt on his back. Jamie. When's the last time you saw Braden Burt get thrown on his back? Burt is 40-8 right now. Burt's going to try to work his way off his back and pick up 2 on the reversal. 25-16 is Trey Rouse. Again at weight class 120. So Rouse and Ayers flip-flopped. Ayers from Ankeny Centennial wrestled 113, and Rouse is up to wrestle 120. 2-2 as Rouse threw Burt in a headlock, and Burt had to roll through. We saw that earlier. Now here comes a cross body ride by Burt. In deep it goes. High leg over attempt by Rouse, and Burt getting a little bit high with the legs. Now he pulls himself back behind. He's got a cross body right in on the left side. Inside wrist now on the right side. He's stretching Rouse out. Rouse now does a nice job squirming, wiggling back and forth. Rouse reaches up and tries to grab the head of Burt. And Burt hips momentarily on the mat. He's going to have to get himself back up. He kicks the leg free. Now steps over to the right side, tries a tilt on Rouse. Rouse has to go belly down. Bobcat fans right below us brought a fine crowd here tonight. Across the way.
Would you expect anything less?
No, I did not. The Bobcat faithful, the Bobcat strong are here. There's a cradle attempt by Burt. Got to be careful here as Rouse slipped the arm. And Burt's going to have to let go of the leg. And 1 point escape by Rouse. Rouse takes a 3-1 lead with 5 seconds left to go in this first period. So we'll go to the second period with Trey Rouse. Braden Burt is not a very big 13-pounder. He's not a big 13-pounder. He's even smaller, 120-pounder. Rouse has the size advantage on Braden Burt. Again, Coach Cleary asking a lot from his sophomore, and his sophomore willing to do whatever it takes for a big win here tonight. An opportunity to take on number 7 Cedar Rapids Jefferson on their home mat here. The winner will punch their ticket to the well. That will be next Wednesday. Sit-out turn-in by Burton is going to pick up a 2-point reversal. That was just nice hand control, nice hip action by Burt. He puts a leg in, now looking for a tilt. Referee down close there as Burt has Rouse tilted. Rouse is still vertical. Burt gets a little bit low with the legs. He's going to have to either pull himself back up on top or kick that leg free. Going to be a figure 4 by Burt. He had to kick that free. Burt in really bad position right now. He wiggles himself back on top of Rouse. He's going to have to reach behind and pick up an ankle to pull himself back behind. Rouse gets his hips up. He's going to try to drop Burt to the mat and pick up a 2-point reversal and take the lead back 54 seconds. Precarious position if you're Braden Burt. Burt now is going to roll Rouse through with a hard crossface and try to pick up 2 with a near fall. He's got a crossbody in on the right. Now a power half Nelson on the left, looking for 2 there. Now he's got a 2 count with the back points. 2-point near fall for Braden Burt. Making it look pretty good. He's getting his hips off to the side just a little bit. He's having some luck with that tilt using a cross body ride. 23 seconds left. We've got 2 officials here tonight. 1 in front, 1 in back, looking for a figure 4 across the body. And Burt's been close just a couple of times. 14 seconds left to go. Second period. It's going to be a 6-3 lead for Braden Burt. Trying to go 41-8 on the year. Outstanding year. Jamie, it used to be 30 wins was a great year. That still is. Now we've got kids with 40s and 50s.
Yeah, they wrestle a lot of matches, and the dual meets. There's a lot more dual meet tournaments than there has been in the past. So it's just it's interesting to see all the matchups you get here, and with all these extra dual tournaments that you have.
There's a 2-point takedown by Trey Rouse, and 1-point escape by Burt. Burt in on a single now. Rouse has had some luck with that front headlock. He's got a front headlock locked up on Burt. He's got a cradle locked up. Burt could be in trouble right here. Rouse is going to try to take Burt to his back. Burt's going to try to roll through. There's going to be a 2-point near fall by Rouse. He's still got the drive cradle locked up. And Braden Burt in a little bit of trouble right here. Rouse tied up with that drive cradle, near side cradle on the right side of Burt. He picked up 2. We're tied up at 2s with 1:05 left to go. So Braden Burt has some work left to do to win this match.
Tied at 7.
They're tied at 7. Yes, tied at 7. Thanks, Jamie. Okay, what a bad position for Braden Burt as Rouse has that drive cradle locked up, and it is tight. Braden Burt now tries to grab onto right leg of Rouse. 46 seconds left to go. We're going to get a stalemate. And I think they gave 2 more. Braden Burt down 9-7. Rouse is going to cut Burt loose. There's a 1-point escape. It's 9-8. 41 seconds left. So the sophomore from Western Dubuque has some work left to do here. Rouse again finding some offense here this third period. There's a snap down by Burt. No penetration there. He's got 28 seconds left to try to find a leg of Rouse. Rouse in on a double underhook now off the edge of the mat. The referee's going to let him go here. And it might be a go behind by Rouse. Rouse picks up 2, and he's got Burt on his back. Now a headlock by Rouse. Burt is in trouble with 11 seconds left to go. Rouse trying to load him up. And I'll tell you what, that was a huge swing of momentum and points. 2 seconds left. Referee looking for the fall. Not going to get it, but it's going to be a 3-point near fall, and Trey Rouse comes from behind to win that match by a score of 14-8. Jamie, that was a 7-3 lead to start the period for Braden Burt. So we finally see some excitement out of the Ankeny Centennial Jaguars there. The first that's the first excitement we've seen. Well, we're going to go up to weight class 126 now. So Ankeny Centennial getting a little bit of momentum here. It's 33-9. The Bobcats still in command of this duel, but last night we saw momentum change in a hurry and a huge win and a couple of pins. Centennial will be right back in this, so the Bobcats still have some work left to do. 33-9 dual meet score. Weight class 126. We got 1, 2, 3. We got 4 matches left, Jamie. So looking at this
Zach
match,
Owens.
Zach Owens is 26-9. Quinn Meddert is 9-20. So the favor will go to the Centennial Jaguars here. By Meddert. Staggered stance by Owens. Owens trying to drop in on a single. Meddert doing a nice job. There's a single, nice low single by by Owens in deep. He's trying to reach across and grab the left ankle of Meddert and cut across to a double. Meddert doing a nice job. We're going to get potentially dangerous as Owens tried to cut the corner on Meddert, and it ended up twisting that knee to a bad angle. So our referee right on the spot there, stopping that for potentially dangerous. Hard collar tie by Meddert, retie by Owens. Meddert now in on a single. He goes belly down, quarter Nelson by Owens. Meddert backs up and faces Owens. No points, but a nice shot. There's a low single again by Owens in deep. He's on the right side of Meddert. Meddert in a nice down block. He's got his laces and hips down to the mat. Now Owens goes down to the right knee and tries to scoop the right knee of Meddert. Meddert now with a hard whizzer stuffing the head of Owens. 7 seconds left to go. If Meddert can hang on and go 0-0 to the second period, that would be an outstanding job, and he will. Great defense there by the sophomore, Quinn Meddert. Ankeny Centennial winning 3 matches here. All simple decisions. Bobcats getting some falls here in those upper weights. And back underway to start the second period. Meddert will go down. There's a switch attempt by Meddert. Let's see if he can cut the corner. Owens hangs on to that right ankle, but Meddert grabs the right leg of Owens and tries to square off with him. He is squared now. Let's see if he can push himself around and away and pick up 1 point. That's going to be 1 point for Meddert as they go back to neutral. So Meddert trying to get a payback here, trying to get those 3 points back that they lost that last match. Again, low single again by Owens in deep. Nice down block once again by Meddert. Meddert's got to get some offense from this front headlock. Got a nice front headlock in. Owens controlling the right elbow as Meddert buried that right elbow in that front headlock. 59 seconds left to go, second period. Wrestlers moving. Meddert trying to measure. Let's see if he can hit Owens with a nice double leg or a single or something. He's got an underhook on the right side of Owens. Now he backs out. Owens has a nice shot to the right side of Meddert. There's a nice double by Meddert. He's in deep. He's got Owens sitting on his backside. He's got to pop his head out. Owens draped over the top of Meddert. Meddert's just got to pop his head out. His head's caught between the legs of Owens. Owens hanging on for dear life. He's wrapped around the back and through the legs of Meddert. Quinn Meddert trying to elevate and get his head up, and not going to happen. Not going to happen, so referee's going to call a stalemate, and they're going to go back to neutral. 17 seconds left. Second period, 1-0 in favor of Quinn Meddert. And we're probably going to go to the third period with a Meddert lead. It's going to be Owens' choice as the third period winds down. Well, Jamie, Quinn Meddert at 9-20 has given the 26-19 Zach Owens everything he wants so far.
Yeah, he certainly is, and that's you just got to keep coming up. He's going to give up a take or a reversal there, and now you just got to go back to work, get back up to your feet, and try to close this thing and get it back down to and tie it up.
Well, yeah, you got to. That's got to be your motivation right now. At least get to your feet. Now we're going to get stalling against Meddert. Meddert trying to work his way out. Owens is just riding an inside wrist. He stepped over the right ankle. Now a chicken wing on the right side by Owens. He's going to try to tilt Meddert, and he picked up a 1,001 count. Almost had a stack. Zach Owens up on top, riding the right side of Quinn Meddert. He's still got a chicken wing locked up with the right, tight waist with the left. He's trying to stack Meddert. Meddert's got to do a good job. He's got to go belly down here so he doesn't get stacked up. Now Owens trying to run that chicken wing. He takes a big step around the head of Quinn Meddert. He's going to pick up 3. Meddert's going to try to roll through and pop his head out. He does. Owens is going to get 3 on the near fall. Meddert is going to pick up a 1-point escape, so it's 5-2 with 50 seconds left. Plenty of time for Meddert, but he's got to get going. Zach Owens, staggered stance, trying to keep his distance. Meddert with pressure forward. 37 seconds left to go. Meddert tried a low shot there, and nicely counted. There's a low single by Meddert. He's got the right knee of Owens tied up. Let's see if he can score some points. Now he's got it picked up off the mat. A hard whizzer by Owens, and Owens kicks that leg free. Now we've got to go back to neutral with 18 seconds. Might get a stalemate. Yes, we do. Feet to back, something for Quinn Meddert would be called upon right here. A 5-point move would win this match 7-5. You got to get going because you're under 10 seconds. 9 seconds in counting. It looks like Zach Owens. There's a nice double by Meddert in deep, and he's just going to run out of time, Jamie. Great shot there by Meddert. He's going to lose that match 5-2. Well, let's take a quick 30-second timeout. We'll be back with weight class 132. Stay with us. We got more action from Cedar Rapids Jefferson here on Eastern Iowa Sports Station, Mix 94.7 KMCH.
Next will be the
Welcome back in to Jefferson High School, along with in-studio producer Janelle Tucker, Jamie Vasky, Roger Reed back with you. We're up to weight class 132, where we've got Bailey Thurm going for the Bobcats, taking on Darian Rouse.
Well, Jamie, mathematically, this match is over. We've got 3 matches left. 132. No, excuse me. Yes, we've got 132, 138, 145 left. And the most the Jaguars can score is 18. That would be 33.
And this isn't going to help their cause either, as Bailey Thurm has Rouse on his back.
And this could be the nail, the proverbial nail in the coffin. And Thurm lets Rouse score him free, but he's going to pick up 3 on the near fall. Again, the most the Jaguars could score here is 18, and that'd still be a 33-30 Bobcat win. Bailey Thurm gets a little sloppy there as he tries to roll. Rouse has Thurm on his back. We just called it, Jamie. Bailey Thurm gets sloppy as he tries to tilt Rouse and pulls Rouse right on top of him. And Rouse is going to pick up a 2 reversal and a 3 near fall, and this thing is tied up. Again, Jamie, how many times have we talked about you get somebody on your back, you don't let them off their back?
No, you don't. You got to have that killer instinct in you and just go after the fall. And Bailey Thurm let that go, and it gave up the reversal. And now we're back at square one.
Especially from a senior, Bailey Thurm, a lot of mat time, man, being a senior for the Bobcats. You know, you don't expect your senior. He gets up and he's shaking his head, and I know what he's thinking right now. That was a silly mistake, almost a costly mistake. Thurm's choice, he's going to choose down. So he's got to get busy here, got to move. And no movement on the whistle by Thurm. Now there's an outside stand-up by Thurm. He reaches back. Got to watch that reach back. Now sit out, turn him by Thurm. He's going to try to face Rouse. Rouse is hanging on for dear life. Thurm trying to get to his feet. Thurm now reaches back, grabs the right ankle of Rouse and tries to cast him over his head. Now a nice stand-up by Thurm. Rouse drops in on a single, cuts across to a double. Thurm's going to kick his leg free, split the hands, and score a 1-point escape. It's now 6-5. So see if Bailey Thurm can get going here, Jamie. He has to get going and pick up the pace here a little bit.
Well, he does, because now you got yourself, a 1-point lead where start of this match you had yourself a 5-point lead. So got to get back on the offense and do what you did to get yourself those early points.
1:04 left to go, second period. 6-5 lead. Again, 33-12 is our dual meet score. Again, I still think Ankeny came here and just kind of going through the motions. Not sure if they didn't think they had a shot to win this duel, but certainly their demeanor on their bench to our right. There's a nice underarm spin by Thurm. Let's see if he can pick up 2. Rouse is trying to cover his hips. Thurm's got to switch hands here, and Rouse is going to square him off, so they got to go back to neutral. Thurm came with he missed the high crotch and came through with an underarm spin, and he just couldn't make it turn into some points for him. 6-5. Interesting match setting up here. Bailey Thurm took a 5-point lead early, had Rouse on his back, and it looked like he was gonna put Rouse down for the count. Then got just a little bit sloppy with his hips, and Rouse rolled him through for a 2-point reversal and a 3-point near fall, and it tied up pretty quickly. 4 seconds left to go. We're going to go to the third period, 6-5. is going to be your score with Bailey Thurm in front. I'm sure Ross will choose down. We'll see where he goes. Looking over to his coach. And coach said, hey, it's up to you. Coach said, hey, it's up to you. At injury time, Bailey Thurm's must have some asthma there, Jamie, so he's got to take his inhaler. So, well, last night we saw some 1A action, and tonight we're looking at some 3A action. Again, it's all pretty good wrestling, and I think the intensity will pick up just a little bit in this next duel.
Yeah, I think it will too. I think, you talked about maybe Ankeny Centennial not exactly up for the task or wanting to be here necessarily, but Cedar Rapids Jefferson most definitely wants to be here as they're the host school here. They're going to be ready to go here in this upcoming duel.
Well, exactly right. 1:44 underway here, third period. Bailey Thurm up on top now. He's got Rouse. He had to use his inhaler. He's got Rouse belly down, had his arm trapped, tried to hit him with that butcher, and couldn't quite turn him to his back. Now chicken wing by Thurm in deep with it on the left side of Rouse. Now trying to set up a double chicken wing. He reaches out and scoops that right elbow. He's got to use his forehead and the back of Rouse to try to lock up two. Got an inside wrist now. A nice block by Thurm. He's got Rouse on his back, picking up near fall points. He's got at least two, I believe. Now across the back is Thurm. Let's see if he can put Rouse down now. High bridge by Rouse. Rouse is going to punch that left arm through, and he does. That's a 3-point near fall by Thurm and a 1-point escape by Rouse, making the score 9-6 with 50 seconds left. So a couple opportunities by Bailey Thurm to get the fall. To give the freshman from Ankeny credit here, fighting off his back a couple of times. A couple of nice shots by Rouse. Thurm fights him off. Low singles, a shot again by Rouse. Thurm comes with the front headlock. They're trying to snap him down and hit that throw. Rouse backs off. Rouse, careful here through Bailey Thurm. There's an under and over and under by Rouse. You've seen Ankeny love to get in those throw positions. Rouse trying to go back to a high crotch with an elbow pass. 12 seconds left. They get warning against red. That would be Bailey Thurm for stalling. With 5 seconds left, elbow pass by Thurm. And that's going to do it as our time winds down. It's going to be a 9-6 simple decision for Bailey Thurm. And
it's going to be the Bobcats' 8th win of this dual meet.
Western Dubuque, Bailey Thurm. Next will be
all right, with class 138, we expect to see Dane Ganson.
Junior Dane Ganson.
And then we will see Dane Ganson.
Representing Ankeny Centennial, Junior Jace Williams.
Jace Williams.
This is the 138.
138. Jace Williams is 30-15. This could be an outstanding match. Williams is 30-15. He's a junior. Ganson is 25-20. And always tough when you put a Ganson in a singlet. Always tough for the Bobcats. So we'll see what Jace Williams, sporting that Jaguar singlet, new colors. They went to Ankeny Centennial. They went to gray and black and took that Jaguars mascot. That might be a 2-point takedown by Ganson coming out of the scramble position. Although Williams controlling that ankle, if we were wrestling freestyle here, that would have been about 10 points for Ganson as Williams rolled over his back 3 or 4 times before Ganson could finally get control of his hips, and he did. And he pulled his head out, pulled his head up, covered the hips of Jace Wilson for a very, very important 2-point takedown. 55 seconds left to go. Inside wrist now, Williams belly down. Ganson up on top, riding tough. Tight waist with the right, inside wrist with the left. Doing everything he can to keep Williams belly down. Williams now trying to come to a tripod stand-up. Nice job by Ganson. He's got an inside wrist. Again on the left side, trying to roll that out to a bar. Let's see if he can turn that into a bar. Williams now rolls his left arm out, gets it free. And Ganson said, that's fine. I'll just tight waist and chop again, and I'll go back to that inside wrist. Now chicken wing attempt by Ganson. Trying to thread his arm through the left elbow of Williams and lock up that chicken wing. Western Dubuque has had some success with that chicken wing on the Jaguars here tonight. The Jaguars have had some success with some throws on the Bobcats. So here we go, second period. 2-0 lead. Ganson again, 25-20, his 46th match. Max Lyon, his 46th match. Ryan Keneally, his 47th, 48th match. So,
those records are updated.
Those are updated, okay.
So Keneally is 35-12 now.
Would have been 34-12 coming in.
Yeah.
Okay, very good.
That's me looking out for you, buddy.
You're just a human track wrestling.
Yeah.
You're over there. Got human track wrestling up here with Jamie Baskey. Updates on the spot for us. All right, 3-0. Nice escape by Ganson. As he comes to his feet, splits the hands. Williams tries to hang on. Ganson splits him easily. Now we're back to neutral. We'll see if Ganson can get aggressive here on his feet. Again, a long, tall Jace Williams for Ankeny Centennial. A little shorter, stockier Dane Ganson at weight class 138. Doing a nice job getting inside those arms and those legs of Williams. 1:10 left to go. And not a lot of crowd action. Our Centennial cheerleaders to our right have been quiet the whole night. Bobcat cheerleaders, I think everybody's tired tonight, Jamie. They better get some excitement going for this next match. 50 seconds left, second period. Hard collar tie by Williams, a retie by Ganson. Williams now drops in on a single. Nice down block by Ganson. Sit through attempt by Williams. Ganson finds the edge of the mat. We got a restart. So nice little knee slide by Williams. And he almost had the corner cut on Ganson. Ganson's got to go back to offense on his feet. And there's a sweep single by Ganson. Just a very, very nice sweep single. He goes out to the heel of Williams. Hard whizzer by Williams. And Ganson's going to try to go down to the heel. He's got the right heel of Williams picked up. Now a treetop attempt by Ganson. Let's see if he can turn this into two. He's going to drag Williams to the center of the mat, cover the hips. That's just a great job, Jamie Baskey. Picture perfect sweep single. Got his legs out, went out to the heel. Nice finish.
And nice job there by Ganson. But listen to this coaching staff for Western Dubuque. They don't want him to stop there. They want him to keep wrestling and continue to wrestle here throughout this.
And again, all of these teams will compete this Saturday in the 3A district. Western Dubuque will go to Prairie, I believe, Jamie. That will be a salty district. But again, Coach Cleary is confident in his guys. They will be ready. And they've had some great success at Prairie over the years. The Bobcats have wrestled very, very well there. So we'll be anxious to follow that on track wrestling on Saturday. Jamie and I will be at Independence and doing that live, and we'll be following the 1A district in Jessup and the 3A district at Prairie. So Jamie will talk more about that after this duel is over. 36-12, again, our dual meet score. The Bobcats in command here, trying to finish it off with a couple of wins. Dane Ganson in control here over a very fine Jace Williams, who's 30-15 for the Centennial Jaguars. Making the trip up here from Ankeny. Couple-hour trip, I'm sure. There's an ankle pick by Williams. Got in deep. It's going to be a scramble situation by Ganson as he reaches down and grabs that right ankle of Williams. No points yet, but Ganson's got to get that left ankle up off the mat. Williams is draped over the right side. Now through the leg is Williams. Referee looking, the Ankeny Centennial would like to have two here. Not going to get it as Ganson kept control of that right wrist. But a great shot by Williams finally, but an even better counter by Ganson. 51 seconds. Now Williams trying to go upper body, picking up the pace here a little bit. He takes a peek at the clock, 45 seconds left. Ganson with a nice collar tie on Williams. Williams with a retie. Again, if you're Dane Ganson, you got to attack low level. You don't want to get launched now. You're up 5-4 and wrestling a whale of a match. 31 seconds left to go. We might get stalling on Ganson. He's got a hard collar tie. A sweep single attempt by Williams again on the elbow pass. Williams coming with a hard underhook. Ganson has to block off with his left arm. Now forehead to forehead. And we're going to get stalling now against Ganson. We knew we would as he was backing off the edge of the mat right near his support staff, the Bobcat bench to our left. 16 seconds. Williams now applying a lot of forward pressure, and I think we're probably going to get stalling on Ganson as he's backpedaling once again. Now he circles back in and he pushes Williams off the mat. 5 seconds left to go, and a great match here by Dane Ganson. Jamie, barring any unforeseen last second, there's going to be a caution on Williams as he shoots before the whistle, looking for that low single. 3 seconds
and just
left to go.
like you said, a nice match here by Dane Ganson. Again, adding to that total, going to make it 39-12 with that 5-1 victory by Dane Ganson as we move to the last match.
Jackson Healy will take the mat for the Bobcats. And it looks like Alec Helmkamp.
Sophomore Jackson Healy.
Jackson Healy is correct.
Centennial Junior Alec Helmkamp.
Alec Helmkamp for Centennial. Helmkamp is 32-14, having a terrific year also. There's that sweep. Centennial's been very successful with an elbow pass as the Bobcats come with a collar tie. The Jaguars have been passing that elbow across the face of the Bobcats. There's a 2-point takedown by Helmkamp. He's got a drive cradle. There's a foul right there, Jamie. The first bonus point win. Jackson Healy, that's going to be a 19-second fall. Healy will go down by fall. Nice snap down. Elbow pass to single by Helmkamp. He'll lock up that drive cradle, and he'll win by a fall, making it 39-18. Well, let's take a short timeout. Jamie's adding up our figures. He'll have a nice recap for us. Then we'll take a short break before we have the Jefferson Jayhawks and the Western Dubuque Bobcats tangling for a trip to the well. Stay with us. You're listening to Hold by Hold action 3A style on Eastern Iowa Sports Station, Mix 94.7 KMCH.
Welcome back into Cedar Rapids Jefferson High School. The Western Dubuque Bobcats advancing to the regional dual final. Back in here, Jamie Vaskey, Roger Reed, along with you as the Western Dubuque Bobcats defeat Ankeny Centennial, the Jaguars tonight, 39-18. The final score. We started at weight class 152. Mitch McAndrew from Western Dubuque with a 39-second fall over Grant Nearing of Ankeny Centennial, put the Bobcats up 6-0. At 160, Jacob Birds with a 9-4 decision over Ethan Babcock. At 170, it was Max Lyon using 6 takedowns in a fall in 2 minutes and 24 seconds over Dalton Timp. That made it 15-0 in favor of the Bobcats. At 182, Alex Wernemont losing 7-4 against John Ware from Ankeny Centennial. At 195, it was Ryan Keneally for the Bobcats with a fall in 3 minutes and 22 seconds over Ethan Chips of Ankeny Centennial. At weight class 220, Dylan Hafler with a 5-2 win over Christian Heimer making it 24-3 Western Dubuque. And a heavyweight, Aaron Costello for the Bobcats, losing 2-1 to 8th ranked Colin Olson of Ankeny Centennial. A close match that made it 24-6. At 106 pounds, it was Colin Kirprick for Western Dubuque, picking up 3 takedowns in a 7-4 win over Steve Stike. At 113 pounds, Jacob Close from Western Dubuque with a 3-minute and 1-second fall over Alan Aries of Ankeny Centennial. That made it 33-6 Bobcats. At 120, Braden Bird, the Womack champ for the Bobcats, loses 14-8 against Trey Rouse of Ankeny Centennial. Very good match there. That made it 33-9. At 126, Quinn Mettert for Western Dubuque loses by a final score of 5-2 against Zach Owens from Ankeny Centennial, making the team score at that point 33-12. At 132 pounds, Bailey Thurm gets the Bobcats back on the winning side as he picked up a 9-6 decision over Darian Rouse. That made it 36-12. Dane Ganson for the Bobcats with a 5-1 win over Jace Williams. And at 145, Jackson Healy for Western Dubuque losing by fall in 19 seconds over Alec Helmkamp of Ankeny Centennial, making the final team score 39-18. As Roger just mentioned, that was Ankeny Centennial's only bonus points of the duel was that last match, as they picked up their first fall on the match. Match totals: Western Dubuque with 21 takedowns, Ankeny Centennial with just 9. 4 pins for Western Dubuque, 1 for Ankeny Centennial. 0 major decisions or tech falls for either team. And Western Dubuque wins 9 matches, and Ankeny Centennial wins 5. Well, we're getting set for our regional dual final, as we will have the Bobcats taking on number 7 ranked Cedar Rapids Jefferson. The Jayhawks, the host team here tonight, warming up, getting ready to start this duel. We'll be back and ready to go around 10 minutes here as they're letting the Jayhawks warm up. About 5 or 10 minutes here, we'll be ready to go. So stay with us. We will be back with wrestling action for you here as the Jayhawks will host the Bobcats of Western Dubuque. You're listening to High School Wrestling Regional Dual Action right here on Eastern Iowa Sports Station, Mix 94.7 KMCH.